Hey everybody, and welcome back to the madbaldman's garage. So, should have done this a long time ago again. I'm kind of stumbling across videos I should have made forever ago, but hey, better late than never. So I wanted to kind of go through and impart some tips and tricks, and I'll make a few videos on this. But maybe we'll call this one General Maximizing of your Crossout experience as a new player, or hell, even as a mid-range player, right? There's always stuff to learn. So I thought I'd focus in on some basics of vehicle creation, scrounging, horse trading, and crafting to be able to create a vehicle that's maybe better than the one that you currently have. So, alright, let's get to it. Alright, so what I did is I kind of, like I say, I was talking to a friend of mine on the drive home this evening, and she was lamenting that she needed bigger guns, more guns, bigger guns. And maybe that's true, and it probably is. I mean, having bigger guns never hurts. But I think what kind of got me going is there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to create a vehicle that will get you a little bit farther in the post-apocalyptic world of Crossout. Oh no, I'm not a Diet Coke. This is a serious problem. I'll make it through. We'll be fine. I have my vape. So, this is a vehicle that you can definitely make with the pieces that you have at your disposal and your trading ability and your crafting ability. Yeah, there are 2 blue pieces on here, ladies and gentlemen. And you can make these things, and I'm going to walk you through how you make this vehicle. And then kind of, maybe I'll see if I can get it out there in the end. It's been a long time since I played down around the 2500 level, but hey, it's, you know, like I say, you always learn something. But so real quick, this is what the vehicle kind of clocks out at. Almost 2500, almost 680 in durability. That's solid. Kind of got the cabin and 2 rapiers. You know, getting close to our mass limit here, but it sits on top of, you know, there's our rapiers. It sits on top of 4 medium wheels. If you can, put medium steering wheels, you know, put steering wheels on all the corners if you can. You'll get much tighter turn radius. It'll feel squirrely in the beginning, but once you get used to it, you'll dig it. Then, you know, throw a radar on the back. You've picked one up in battle, so use it. It's always good to know where they're coming from. This is a WWT1 cabin that you can win in battle. And then just some frame pieces, some fenders, a couple rear doors. This is a higher level piece, but again, you can get any chunk to put up front. I just put one that kind of looked nice. And then, you know, I know you've got hatchets. So I want to show you a few things here real quick in a test drive. Again, this is a completely attainable vehicle. You get those medium wheels in battle, you get the cabin in battle, you pick up these pieces through leveling at really low level. The radar you pick up in battle. There's a version of this where I take off one of the rapiers and put on a shotgun and add a chill, a breeze. Cooler, so that the other rapier and shotgun will shoot longer. Definitely a viable build. This one I just went for max DPS, damage per second, and to also show you that, you know, there's cool stuff that you can definitely make. Wanted a quick note here. This kind of color arrows that we're looking at is your center of gravity, center of mass marker, and you can see, you know, the offender is always opposite of the tilt. So we can see the arrow, the green arrow, is tilting forward, saying that we have more mass in the rear of the vehicle than we do the front, so there would be a tendency for this thing to want to lean backwards, which you kind of have to pay attention to. I didn't spend a lot of time leveling out weight, because I don't know, I don't think it'll matter that much. We can fix that a little bit by taking some of that rear door weight off the back, but believe me, you're going to want the shielding there. Oh, another very interesting thing. Pay attention to where the guns are pointing. Now I'm changing camera angle and the guns are staying pointed in that direction. I'm even shooting that direction. Alright? So cool how it rocks it. That's just awesome. In order to do this, hold down the Alt key. So you get your sights where you want them. If you hold down the Alt key, it allows you to change the camera direction without changing the direction your guns were pointed in. Right? Okay. Look at that turn radius. Can't do that with just turn wheels up front. Decent speed. Oh, look at that. The knives up, the hatchets up front cut off our wheel. No, that was a weak. So, don't discount those hatchets, and that's what I wanted the other thing I wanted to show you. Let's do this again, only this time. Let's not shoot, let's ram. Now, just for effect's sake, right? We'll be ginger. I was wanting to turn it around. Let's see. Ah, screw it, we'll just do it. Alright, so what I wanted to show you is these things have ram potential. If you get a good head of steam going, watch the little damage marker that comes off of this thing with those twin guys with a good ram going. That's 70, man. If you get away from the tires, because those tires are, actually pretty damage resistant. There we go. If you actually get the tires out of the way, this thing can actually jam it down. Now, this cabin doesn't give you great speed, but it does have a little bit of weight to it. If you can get it in the soft areas, sneak attack in the rear. Yeah. So don't discount those things because they can actually, in the end, they can do some damage. Oh, hey, one other thing. These cannons, notice they don't turn instant quick. So as you turn, if you leave your mouse, it's going to take a second for those cannons to catch back up to where your mouse is now pointing when you turn. So important safety tip, as you turn, slide your mouse gently in the direction that you turn. That way, you can keep your guns aligned on your target, right? Which is very important when you want to, like, for instance, when you want to roll up on somebody, or even better, right, once you get them sighted in, if you wanted to run circles around somebody. You can't turn too quick because then you lose your, kind of your perfect rotation of your guns. There you go. You just ran through somebody that's hurting with those spikes because they didn't. Alright. Where's that turn radius? Let's turn on some bots. It's been a while since I haven't had any invisibility. Now notice our radar now shows us where our threats are. We must have gone behind a hill because we just lost him on radar. He's around here somewhere down there. He is. See, not quite. So if somebody's running circles on you like these guys did, you gotta slow down, predict where they're going. Just be patient. Lead them. Oh, looks like our radar could get hit. Do not be afraid to ram into something. Right? That's what we built this thing to do. Oh, bad news at the point of mark. Also, aim at these guys and shoot out their weapons. And always try to outrun the wheels that blow up and go alongside you. Alright, who's our next candidate? Wish these guys had names like they do. See that turn radius? Man, you can just turn on a dime when you put steering wheels at the front and the back. I think there might be somebody in this gallery. I just can't see around this. If you had an improved radar, or a powerful radar, you could get through the mountains. Let's see what we got up here. I think there might be something. I can't remember. Usually somebody around here shooting at me. Isn't there always somebody shooting? Oh, there he is. And it is really hard to deal with guns that do that. Do not be afraid to run away while you shoot. Right? Take passes at these assholes. Right? And again, if you've got the juice, run up on somebody. Now, as you're kind of rolling up, don't give somebody just a straight shot at you. Be unpredictable. Move around. Ah. And now, he's neutered. You shot off his guns. All he can do is sit there and think about how sucky it's going to be when he dies. Alright, I don't know if we got one more. Let's see, we might have one. Well, looks like we lost the wheel. But hey man, we've been taking guys out left and right. Here we go, next victim. Now granted, these are bots. Right? They're not the spawners. We're still kicking, guys. So This is a good survivable build, man. It deals out damage. It kicks ass. It takes names. It can take some damage, and still make things happen. So, let me go about showing you how this is an attainable build for you. Because really, all you have to do is just work on some basics. You know, you're going to run through story mode. You're going to get copper, you're going to get scrap as a result of running those missions. And we're going to parlay that copper and that scrap into these two weapons that, by the way, survived all that fight. I think really all we lost was a panel, you know, it's like a fender, a wheel, and yeah, that front nose cone, and that other front fender protecting the gun. That is good trade right there, guys. Alright, let's take a look. So, real quick, let's kind of deconstruct this thing so you can see there is no magic going on here. We take off our guns. I have these fenders. Literally, it's sitting on top of a box, right? I got a couple buggy floors in there just for reinforcement in case something gets shot through, just something else gets shot through. Just trying to be conscious of weight. You take off the fenders, right? You've got your hatchets. You take off your back fender. Off comes the radar, off comes the back door. Off comes your cab, and you're really left with 3 4x4 frames, 4 medium steering wheels, and some hatchets. And there it is, man. Very simple build that you just saw, has decent survivability. And those guns, man, if you keep them on, they shoot for a good long time, and they do damage. If you've got good eyes, they're decent at long range, otherwise you might have to put a scope on, but that'll cost you a point of energy. So most of the time we eyeball it at this level. Alright. You know, you can zoom in and out here, and you can use your right mouse button to change the perspective of the vehicle. Now it's going to reset back to default next time it loads, even sometimes when you come out of modes, but it's still cool if you just want to kind of check out your awesome creation. Alright, let's go up in here to factions. Alright, so look under engineers. Under manufacturing here, you know, you can build repair kits, cords, Luparas. You can build the WWT-1. It just takes scrap and about 5 seconds of build time. If you wanted to, you could build the Avenger 57mm. Again, 5 seconds of build time. You don't have to pay for this workbench. It's free. You come up here, man, there's all sorts of stuff you can make here, guys, right? If you wanted to, I mean, this little boy is a bad mofo, man. He is a slow-moving, 360-degree, 3D moving turret cannon. Who, if you get caught with one of those shots, is really going to regret it. Comes with 12 rounds. Takes a while to reload, although it's not as bad as the Avenger 57mm. You can make that thing, man. This is all it takes, right? Takes scrap, takes copper, which you get in game. Right? You win these things by running those battles. Same with the carjacks. Same with the huntsman cabins. Right? You win those guys by going into battle here. Right? There's your radar. There's your carjack. There's your scrap. At level 6, there's your 57mm. That's an avia booster. There's a radio. Right, level 5, you're getting wheels, you're getting huntsman cabin. right? Level 4, shotguns. When you move up to level 7, that's when you can acquire the medium wheels to steer, right? And you can move up with the Docker cabin, although to be honest, the WWT one's better. You get a better point of energy, although this has more power and more weight if you're going for more of a tanky vehicle. Right, so all of this stuff is, you can accumulate all of that by just running that, and then you come in here, right? Lay it down. Now here's the thing. If you accumulate copper, you can go buy scrap, right? It's not expensive. And again, you can come and buy these things. They're not even $1. They're like 86 cents. Same thing with the cabins, right? Same thing with the wheels. They're 5 cents. So you can just buy these things straight up and craft these things. And then these weapons are yours. And then you take them out here and you put them down on your vehicle, and then you walk around feeling pretty damn good about yourself that you significantly upgraded your vehicle from being down around the 2,000 power score. It's level 6 or 7 if you're just kind of playing with what you're given. But if you're going to take what you're given and you trade it around, right, hell, you can just really sell your copper, go and buy the rest of this stuff. The only thing you really can't buy are the structure pieces. Buy the wheels and guns and cabins and radars and all that kind of stuff. So think about that, right? And use those things to your advantage to make a build that kind of upgrades where you're at, right? Don't be afraid to come down here and click on the random assembly, right? Open this thing up. Say, hey, you know, I want something that's up around, you know, 2,500 points that's using the WWT1 cabin, or you could say, you know, it's using the Huntsman cabin, right? You save it, say yes, we've already saved it off, we're good. I'm gonna go through and make crazy stuff. You know, you never know. You never know what this stuff is gonna throw together, and sometimes you learn from how these things are set up, right? There's always little things like, oh, look, you know, little front cover. Not much back cover. I wouldn't recommend that. And so you just never know. You never know what these things are going to throw together, and you can have it do this, and then, you know, start with that as your base. Just kind of say, hey, let's do a minimum of 2,000. Puts a retro on there. We got to test drive that for a second. The only reason I'm saying anything there is I just crafted my first legendary. That's my first retro, and I haven't used it for anything. Alright, so the Hornet's on primary, the Retro's on secondary. Let's change that. There. That's fun. Now, the Retro, see, why does it do that? It always puts steering wheels up front. The Retro, like, shoots these like a volley of like 4 grenades at distance. Pretty random dispersion, but man, these are great for close combat when you've got a lot of bad guys in kind of the same general area, and you just kind of spew these things out and just cover an area with them. That's cool. It's always that wheel that rolls around, you know. pretty deadly up close when you can get that dispersion pattern all together. But these things will go a very long distance. So you can rain hell with these things down over a solid distance. So always need to have a weapon like that laying around. That's my first one. That's so cool it was done today. So, you know, you can hit that and it'll make random stuff from your inventory. Another thing is, if you've got this here, if you want to clear everything that's there, you can just hit delete. That way it kind of kills everything out, and then you'll see everything's just kind of all back in storage. Alright, that's it. I think that's all I got for now, man. As I think about stuff, I'll take notes and I'll try to put it down so that you guys can kind of take advantage of the little things that I remember here and there. So, you know, build this thing or build something better, man. And even better yet, the cool stuff that you build, you guys got to record that stuff, man. Get it posted. It's easy, right? Windows 10 has the built-in DVR. You hit Windows Alt-R, you start recording. Windows Alt-R, you stop recording. You guys need to get into it. And hey, look, man, you guys see my screen name, right? madbaldman, all one word. Friend me, dude. You see, I have a friend, and that friend's online. That's probably the person who was talking about needing bigger guns. So, you know, friend me up, man. Maybe we can get into some battles together. I haven't done a whole lot of grouping in this game, so that'd be cool. Anyway, alright, I appreciate it, guys. I've already taken, like, almost a half an hour of your time. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like stuff. Let me know if people are out there. Although I see you guys watching videos. I see you guys doing things. Anyway, hey, look, this is the Mad Bald Man, who is actually pretty happy tonight that I got to share a little bit of what I know with you guys. So, look forward to do it again. Really enjoyed it, guys. Hopefully, I will see you in battle.